The reasons people go on a mission trip are varied. Sometimes they go because they feel called. Others go because their parents make them. And then there are a few parents who go on a project because their children are begging for the experience. One of those few is Dina Ramirez. She signed up for the Summer Family Project because of her son's desire to serve. But what ended up happening is that they both returned blessed and hooked on Maranatha.
Feliz Sábado, happy Sabbath. It is an honor and privilege to be asked to be here, and that is true. My son Seth is also joining us here this afternoon. He is the reason why we went on a mission trip. We've been on two. Our second summer family mission project was to Panama, and we had an amazing time, an experience never to forget. We first went on our first mission trip 2 years ago in Santiago de Veraguas in Panama. We helped build an education evangelism center there. The purpose for going was mainly because of him, because he had asked me to go to a mission trip. At the age of 7, he told me he wanted to be a missionary, and I thought, wow, God is calling him at a very young age. And I then said, okay, if you really want to do that, I'll go ahead and buy you a lot of books on missionaries and mission stories, and we would also watch the Maranatha mission stories. And this encouraged him even more. He said, I really want to be a missionary. I want to go on a mission trip, Mom. That was when he was 7. He's 13 now, and we've been on 2. I wanted him to experience helping others and have the satisfaction of being a part of something big, something that will change someone's life forever. And maybe a picture was up there, I'm not sure. And it did. He was able to do that twice. And it impacted him greatly because it made him realize how blessed he actually is. Those are his words. He's more appreciative. He understands and sees life in another way. As a matter of fact, now he saves his clothes that he's outgrown and he puts them away and tells me, Mom, this is for our next mission project. On our first one, he had left all of his clothes and shoes there in Santiago de Veraguas, and I had told him, but I already brought suitcases full of clothes and shoes specifically to leave there. He says, no, Mom, I see the kids. I want to do something on my own. I want to help them. So the clothes that we were going to bring back home, his regular clothes, he actually left there. That act alone touched me. I said, wow, because I had been praying earnestly for God to touch his heart. And when he did that to me, that was an answer to all of my prayers, that act alone, God was working with him. God was touching his heart. As soon as we arrived home from that first mission trip 2 years ago, he stood in front of his closet. I thought maybe he lost something and he was looking for something. He stood there and said, Mom, I have so many clothes here. I have so much here. I could have taken more. Look, it didn't even make a dent what I took. I could have given more. I could have taken more. I could have left more. I cried. I cried at that moment because it touched me to see a 7-year-old want to do more for someone that they had never met. But yet he saw a need and he wanted to fill it. And he did. That was very touching. On our second mission trip was this year to the Summer Family Mission Project in Limoncito, Panama. I had the privilege, the honor of being the translator at the job site and at the church school that we went. This enabled me to connect more with the locals. When we arrived, the members of the church were so grateful with tears in their eyes and said, you guys, Maranatha, is the answer to our prayers. That made me cry, but I held it in. I didn't want to show them right when they met him here. I'm crying already. When we arrived, only the foundation and the structure was laid. And to see when we left, we were up, I believe, to the 17th concourse, I think is what they call it. But But it was very humbling to see how very grateful they are, that we went to go help their church. As a matter of fact, an elder, I believe was the driver, one of the bus drivers, the first day we arrived said, there's so many people in the congregation that have never heard of someone coming from the U.S., volunteers, taking their time off from work, and this is their vacation, and they're coming to a different country to go help build a church. So that impacted me to know, okay, that is what we do. I told them that is what we do. That is what Maranatha does all over the world. They are answering your prayers. And my son, before the mission trip was even over, said, Mom, this is the best vacation ever. I thought, wow, we're on a mission trip, and he thinks this is a vacation, which is great. It's awesome. That's what I wanted. He did the same thing at that time. He left his own clothes, and I had also taken a suitcase full of clothes and left it over there too, and he did the same thing. He left his own clothes and shoes. This time, something happened to me that I felt the need to leave my own shoes that I had on that very last work day to a boy that I had seen work in flip-flops almost every day that we were there. That impacted me, and I said, I need to do something on my own. I took off my shoes that I had on and gave it to him and said, these are for you. Try them on. He said they fit perfectly. I cried. I felt so much joy, so much happiness that I know that only that comes from God, that I had never experienced, that I had never had the feeling to do that, to give what I had on, go back to the hotel with nothing on, just my socks. But that experience was amazing. I would do it all over again, 10 times, 20 times if I needed to. That kind of joy, I wish everybody could experience. I encourage for families and individuals to go on a mission trip, experience it once in your life. It's amazing. You come back changed. You go to a different country thinking that you're going to change someone's life, but you're the one that comes back changed and abundantly blessed. God bless Maranatha for all the work you are doing. Yes, indeed, we are nearing home, and I look forward to that. I look forward to that reunion with everybody we've met and everybody here. Glory to God when that day comes. Maranatha, thank you.